Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you could, let's go ahead and invite you to take a seat if you would like, or I know we have a little bit of shade on the other side of Baxter there. Well, my name is Blake McCassell, and I'm the Vice President for Advancement here at Tennessee Wesleyan University. And I just want to take this opportunity real quick to welcome everyone here. This is a beautiful afternoon we have to dedicate this newest acquired property for Tennessee Wesleyan University and honor a family that means so much to this community and especially to this campus. So I would like now to ask our chaplain, Reverend Skip White, to come forward and offer a prayer for us, please.
Thank you, Blake. Good to be here with you all as we celebrate the opening of this hall. I also want to add my congratulations to Dr. Hardaway. When I first got here 2 years ago, he took me under his wing, as he probably did a million other young people before, and really has been influential for me, so I'm grateful for his friendship. Let's pray. Loving God, we are grateful for the many gifts that you have given to us, the gifts of life and love, family, friends, faith, and above all, this Tennessee Wesleyan family. Thank you for those who have generously given of themselves throughout the years into the promotion of our school and the people who teach them, the people who support them, and those who go to school here. May their dedication and sacrifice continue to bring Christ to your beloved children. We asked on this dedication day, and this place might be a symbol of Dr. Hardaway's commitment to education and discipleship, and that those who are present here are wrapped up in your generous love. Open our hearts and minds to the presence of your Spirit, that as we move forward with certainty and love, that we know that you have guided every step from our first day until our last. Amen.
Thank you, Skip. This building really houses two departments for the university that are here to serve our community. So I would like to ask Aisha Moore, who is a VISTA leader with the Love Thy Neighbor Food Pantry Project, as well as Leslie Morgan, the director of the Upward Bound program, to briefly say what these departments do and how they service our community. Aisha.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the VISTA leader here at Tennessee Wesleyan's VISTA Project, and our mission is to serve our community by addressing issues related to hunger with our various programs. So the Love Thy Neighbor Project seeks to provide individuals at Tennessee Wesleyan and in the McMinn County community with free groceries in order to alleviate the burden of food insecurity. We do this through our campus pantry, our mobile pantry, and our Backsides program. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we serve about 80 households at our campus pantry on a 2-week rotation. We give these families 20 pounds of food in order to create complete meals until their next appointment. Tennessee Wesleyan students are able to come to the pantry as needed, where we provide them with food that they can prepare in their residence halls or at their off-campus housing. One Saturday every month, we have a mobile food pantry where we serve 130 community members and their families. Each household receives 75 pounds of food that usually includes fresh produce, protein items, and shelf-stable items as well. And for our Backsides program, we provide school-age children with weekend meals in case they aren't able to receive food at home. And in these meals, we have breakfast items, dinner items, and snacks and beverages. We currently serve 70 children that attend Riceville Elementary, Etowah Elementary, Rogers Creek Elementary, and McMinn County High School. We aren't able to do all of this on our own. I would like to thank all of our volunteers, our community members, and our amazing Vistas that work hard every day just so we can do this. And I would like to thank the school for housing this program, and I would like to thank Mr. Hardaway for leading an example in the community like we are. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Leslie Morgan. I am the director of the Upward Bound program here at Tennessee Wesleyan. I thought I might give you guys a little bit of background on our program and what we do to serve students in this community. We are a federally funded academic program that serves first generation and low income high school students. We are funded through the Department of Education to serve 65 students in 7 different high schools in 5 surrounding counties here. We provide several different types of services for our students. We have free tutoring available. We provide financial aid and FAFSA workshops for our students. We have free ACT prep classes, and we have weekly sessions at our high schools where our academic advisors actually go out to the high schools and meet one-on-one with our students, kind of go over how classes are going, how school's going, how their grades are going, and touch base with them to make sure everything's moving forward academically. We also have Saturday sessions here on campus once a month where our students take classes, they eat in the dining hall, they have an opportunity to socialize with other students, and that's really good because we also have a six-week residential summer program here at Tennessee Wesleyan, so it gives them an opportunity to get acclimated with campus before they get here. And at that summer program for 5 weeks, our students live here on campus. They live in the residence halls. They have roommates that they may or may not know before moving here. They have classes on campus that help them prepare for next year's high school courses, or just gives them the unique experience that they'll get while they're in college. We take them on college tours, and we've also actually connected with as well for community service opportunities. We also, on the 6th week, take our students on a cultural educational field trip, typically out of state. So we get to witness for the first time our students sometimes just crossing over Tennessee state lines. So that's a very fulfilling thing that we enjoy about our job. So whenever I heard that we were dedicating our office space, this new building, to Reverend Dr. Hardaway, I thought, you know, that's really perfect because everything that he has stood for in this community and within his career has been for bettering those who are underrepresented, which is exactly what we do within Upward Bound. So I'm just really grateful and feel blessed today. I think I speak on behalf of the rest of my coworkers as well that we get to share this experience with him. So thank you.
Thank you, Aisha and Leslie. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Harley Knowles, President of Tennessee Wesleyan, to come and actually do the dedication of this special building.
Thank you, Blake. Appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. We want to thank you for being here to dedicate this new building and to celebrate the seismic impact of the Hardaway family has had on this community and on TWU. This is a very special day in the 160 plus years history of this university, a day to celebrate the spirit of servant leadership that has been practiced across the generations of the Hardaway family, and that will continue in these halls of this building as well as many other buildings on campus. Let me share a bit of the background. A couple years ago, we had our eye on this building, and it checked all the boxes: good parking, great space. We could envision our several of our programs being in here, which you've heard about, and it was really fit. And it also gave us a little bit of elbow room should we want to expand down this way later on. And we're always interested in investing in our downtown and the revitalization, and we know Tennessee Wesleyan's a key part of that. After we decided to buy it, which we did in 2020, Christmas time, we started reflecting on what could go in there. And you've just heard about some of the programs. Who does that sound like, right? It sounds like the Hardaway family, who are always helping and lifting other people up. Next, we got very deliberative about who would be the appropriate namesake for the building. And of course, we came to the Hardaway family right away. This same family has been at the forefront of many efforts to lift up the needs of folks who are hurting in our community and build capacity for success among youth through education, ministry, and service. This family has set a new standard for service above self. I'm going to read the condensed version of the resolution that the Board of Trustees unanimously endorsed at our August meeting. It's got a bunch of whereases, but I will get through it as quickly as I can. Whereas the Hardaway family has been a part of the fabric of TW community dating back to the 1960s, when Gaitha Hardaway Smith attended and later graduated in 1977, making her the first African-American graduate. Whereas Van Hardaway followed in his sister's footsteps, graduating in 1971, along with his brother Purvis, who graduated in 1981. Whereas in total, 9 members of the Hardaway family have attended or graduated from Tennessee Wesleyan University. Whereas Reverend Dr. Van Hardaway continues his service to TWU as a member of the Board of Trustees, and his wife, Dr. Janice Hardaway, serves as an adjunct professor at the university in the Good Friends School of Business. Whereas Reverend Dr. Hardaway was awarded an honorary doctorate from TWU in 2020 and mentors numerous students and is an outstanding ambassador for the university in the greater community. And whereas the Hardaway family have served their communities through their work in education, ministry, and servant leadership in nonprofits, with particular attention to those among us who are traditionally underserved or marginalized. Whereas the 202 Green Street building, right behind me, will be the new home to the AmeriCorps Vista program, the Love Thy Neighbor Food Pantry, and the Upward Bound program. And then finally, whereas the name of this new facility is a fitting tribute to a family who have dedicated their lives to improving the conditions of others through their service, work, and ministries. Therefore, be it resolved that 202 Green Street will be named Hardaway Hall in honor of the Hardaway family for its unmatched devotion, support, and service to Tennessee Wesleyan and the greater community. Please join me in appreciating the Hardaway family for their service to this community. Hugh Blake. Yay! Where did Blake go? There he is. Am I to sit down now?
You can sit down
okay.
now, yes. Thank you, Dr. Knowles. At this time, I would like to ask the Reverend Dr. Van Hardaway to come forward and speak on behalf of the family about the impact hopefully Tennessee Wesleyan has made on him, his many family members. Dr. Knowles enumerated a little bit, and just this community at large. Dr. Hardaway.
It's not often that I am in a place where I don't have anything to say. And I'm sure everybody says, well, don't. I'm going to make a couple of promises, a couple of disclaimers. First of all, as I stand here, and I know it's hot and so on, so I'll keep that away. Many people that have seen me either preach or speak or talk, I can work up a sweat. Now, I don't perspire, I sweat. So if you see me sweat, I got my handkerchief and I'll touch my brow. So don't be concerned if I begin to work up a sweat, but I won't talk that long. Second thing is, some of you may remember a movie star that had about 7 spouses. And they say that she probably told each one when she married them, I won't keep you long. So there's some in here that have already told me, and Janice helps me, I won't keep you long today, but I'm going to say today, I am enamored and just so thankful that you were willing to come today and help me thank the good Lord for this time that he's allowed us to do the things here in Athens, Tennessee. Will you just make a little noise and thank God for him? To God be the glory. Great mentor of mine, Burkett Witt has been honored a number of places in this community. And Burkett has a term. I talked to him just a couple of days ago. He's not able to get out, and his granddaughter just told me he's not real happy, but some will be able to probably see this by streaming. And I've been told I can give this information, that if you are not watching it now, you can go to YouTube, and this will be on there for some time, so you can check it again later. And if some that couldn't, they will be able to go back and do that. And so know that. But Burkett would say when certain things happen, and he's a great mentor of mine, he always says, to God be the glory. And that's all I can say, even just for the programs that are being done. To God be the glory. So keep that in mind. I brought up some things, and thank you, Dr. Knowles, and the trustees, and those that are here. And gosh, I just say you all. You didn't come here because of Van Hardaway. But I'm going to ask right now, anyone that's part of a Hardaway family connected, will you just raise your hand so the people can see Hardaways? So when you see those hands, they are Hardaways. So if before you leave, you want to just go up and see somebody had that hand and talk to them, they can tell you. I've asked the staff here of the advancement department, I gave them a sheet. Some people say when Vance shows up, he's a teacher and a preacher, Bible study. So there's a handout. On the front, it gives a little bit of a profile of some of these Hardaways that are connected. So if you want to get one, if you don't, that's okay. I didn't try to give you something, but you can see some of the things, how they're connected. And on the back is Dr. Knowles' resolution. So if you see, raise your hand, Kelly, and maybe there may be one or others. If you see that, if you want that, you can at least see it, because I'm not going to tell you a whole lot of stuff about us. Here at Tennessee Wesleyan University, I'm going to raise this book. How many people have seen this book? Keeping the Faith, A History of Tennessee Wesleyan College, 1857 to 2007. If you haven't seen one, Blake says he's got a few in the advancement office. And I want to reference that just a little bit, because in this book, in the history, it says on page 111, it was 1963 that Dr. Ralph Money and the Board of Trustees at that time made a decision, and then they announced it, that they would open up for black students, African-American students, to come and be a part of the main place here at Tennessee Wesleyan College. 1967, they made that decision. That was right about the time a lot of other things were coming on. Hardaways did not live. We were not born here. Any Hardaway that's in this community came because Reverend G. Hardaway and Stella brought us. My older sister, who is not here today, but I know she's looking down, and me, along with Mom and Dad, we came to Athens because Dad was going to do a church. But when Dr. Money and that board opened up in 1967, Gaitha graduated as the first full-time black student at Tennessee Wesleyan University. And then, just a couple of months later, a young lady named Elaine Upton, she and Gay were very close. She graduated as well. I started in 67 and graduated in 71. And Dr. Knowles tells you the history, and it's on the back of that story. That's how they made that decision. And when I said in the room, I know Larry Wallace and there's a few others, I'm not going to drop a lot of names, because I'd have to heap a lot of people. But with Mother and Dad, my mom and Dad did not finish formal education. But Mother made a decision, and she used to do one thing. Whatever things you need, there's somebody you can pray to and talk. And often his mother would run the vacuum cleaner in the home, and I am going to drop this name, Mr. Feldman and Ms. Isabel Eves. she worked for them. Dad worked in the yard. And when she asked, what is Gaitha May going to do when she graduates? She had graduated from J.L. Cook School. And Mom said, well, Ms. Eves, Gaitha wants to go to college, but I don't see any way that we could send her to college. And Ms. Eves had worked with some leaders in the town, and when she graduated from Cook in '62, they got her in Knoxville College in Knoxville. She was there 1 year. When they made the announcement to open Tennessee Wesleyan to black students, Ms. Eves called them back and said, okay, Stella, you and G come by and talk to us. Gaitha May can go to Tennessee Wesleyan. And so that's how this came to be. I'm going to get ready and net this out here. What I believe, because Mama was praying while she was pushing that vacuum, God gave an inspirational thought to Dr. Money and the trustees. And they started talking 54 years ago. I'm going to say that again, approximately 54 years ago. She talked to somebody talked to the board and the administration. And then that same one that talked to that board and administration somehow spoke to the administration, the board, and this group here today, and that's why we're here. And if you don't mind, since you've come to this day, will you just put your hands together and thank the Lord, because he still speaks. One reason I'm so, and I'm not going to talk long, but it wouldn't be hard to get me started. But I'm going to say, in that 54 years, things have developed. And in what some people would say, one of the most divided, polarized times in the environment and the culture of our nation, those boards, those people, and a whole lot of other people have said, and Dr. Knowles said it best, to help and reach out to people that are not able, some students. There are students still right now getting to school here that don't have, still the first in their family, whole family, to get an opportunity to go to higher education. So today, this is not about Van Hardaway. This is about Tennessee Wesleyan. This is about the community. When you'll have to get Blake and get the book. Dr. Money said the community, a lot of other people had an environment that could make a reaching out to help others be lifted up. And that's still going on today at Tennessee Wesleyan University. Love thy neighbor. If I could say anything else, be a part to love thy neighbor. There are people in this community still struggling and not having enough food. The program's upward bound. Some don't have an opportunity. And yes, I do believe in it. But I think about here a partnership between the trustees and some personal people and some others that are now willing to underwrite a program for black students called Dream Achievers. I say NAACP and Wesleyan, Dr. Knowles, if a student wants to go to school, they can go to school at what most people believe is an expensive university. But if they fit, and when the extension is made, they receive. That's what happened with me. Some people say, Vance, you do all kinds of things. I don't do it. Other people let me go and sit at certain tables of nonprofits. And if they'll invite me, I will come. If they will let me give an opinion, I will speak. And so today I say to you, with the Dream Achievers, Love Thy Neighbor, Upward Bound, facilities, and so many other programs, we are there to help. And Tennessee Wesleyan is reaching out to that. That environment in this community, another time, let's say it again, I'm so thankful that in this community we have not been in the street doing negative things because some people, my goodness, when I look out here, this is what heaven will probably one day look like. It's mixed all in, salt and pepper. I'm going to say this right now. You can get through advancement a copy of the book, but I want to make a commitment. And I've said there's a group working here on campus, and this is not a negative group or a group just trying to say about a black fist or this, but the Black Affinity Network are trying to reach out to get students and make them aware of what you can do at Tennessee Wesleyan University. The BSU. Well, I'm going to say, if you have not been on campus and you have been here, come see what's going on. Come get involved. And I'm going to make an appeal to say to you, whomever, it doesn't have to be a lot of money because I never had that. I wasn't able. But if you will just make any little contribution and you want to just start, here again on the bottom of my program, and I can find a way to get you. If you will call the advancement department, they will find a way to help you help sponsor or help seed or sow a seed for another student. They don't just have to be minority. In Tennessee Wesleyan, you'd be amazed at how many international students. The International Club is just amazing in that group. I'm going to ask Janice if she'll start this way, because if you start this way, that'll help me stop. Hey, give her a hand. Anybody that puts up with me 46 years. So this is the first and the only one I have. But when we began to see some of the things, Janice came up with an idea and helped me, because she knew in addition to just giving time, she said, what else can we do? And this is just a start. But today, Dr. Knowles, Advancement Department, then Janice Hardaway and the Hardaway family, in the name of Gaitha Hardaway Smith, we're making a commitment to at least memorialize her life with a $1,000 scholarship annually for a student who can, yes, show a need, preferably because she had to learn to do science and was a great science teacher. She wanted to be a nurse, but she just didn't have the background. But Wesleyan helped her, preferably a science, chemistry, biology, some student, and one with an ethnic diversity population to help lift them up with the upward bound. So if you will and you desire, just call Advancement Department. They can help you. But today we begin memorializing this for this year for a student in the name of Gaitha Hardaway Smith. And we want that to go. So thank you for being here, and thank you for helping us. And let's keep working on it, because it's to God be the glory. I'm finished, Blake.
Stay up here. We are going to officially cut the ribbon, so Dr. Hardaway and his immediate family, if you would, please come forward. I know I saw a lot of hands go up a few minutes ago. Don't be shy.
Get up here. Come on. I know we've got 3 generations. Hey, I get excited about those. Really good. Come over here.
We're going to stand in front of this side.
All right.
We may need to get bigger ribbon.
Wait a minute. There's some Hardaways from out of town. There's some from Asheville, North Carolina. Where's some other Hardaways? They're connected.
To God be the glory. That's the only way to end this. Once again, thank you so much for coming. I failed to recognize a couple of Board of Trustees we have here. Dr. Larry Wallace, Mr. Rick Lay, obviously Dr. Hardaway. Athens City Mayor Bo Perkinson is here. We want to invite everyone to come through Hardaway Hall, see these programs firsthand and how they impact the community. The front doors are open. Please feel free to go through there. Program directors and their staffs are in there to help you understand how this serves our community. Again, thank you for coming, and thank you to the Hardaway family.